Hallelujah.
This is a proper the texture.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and turn on that notification button so that you can get some alert when we post or whenever we post a video. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. Hey. All right, today guys, I'm sure you're already wondering what is all of this, like what is all of this and what is beans doing in the mix. Don't worry, I will give you the backstory while we're cooking as usual. You know how we do it now. But yes, today we're actually cooking beans porridge. Yes, beans porridge. I know. So we're not going to take much of your time today. We're just going to show you the few process of how I make mine. Follow along. So first I start by picking my beans. Because what is the benefit of having a badass bean porridge and then you're just chewing on stone? The bad assness of the beans will just end there. Wow, finish. Nobody will follow you and eat it. So take time and pick your beans. See, this is an example. You see that tiny stone? And that's the end. Your beans are finished. When I pick these beans, I'll then start on every other protein that you can see on my table. And if you're here and still watching, I understand that you're curious. I will be as well. If I see all this on the menu, are you sure it's beans you are cooking? Of course it's beans I'm cooking, guys. And as you know, our YouTube videos are mainly to highlight our homemade videos, and from time to time our catering videos. So this particular one is homemade. When I mean homemade, it's for the house. We're eating it in our house. This normally doesn't take too long, especially because I think to a reasonable extent the people that package the beans already do light picking of it before they put it together for us and ship it to America. So I just like to do an extra work of it just to make sure. I've had an event or something like that and I'd done moi moi, and one of my aunties called me, and the way she tried to make me feel better was, Titi, shofe desi moi moi yeni. I don't know, say kasala don't boss. I'm like, no, I did not. Opakuta. And if you're wondering what I said, it meant, did you put crayfish in the moi moi? Because I think having crayfish in moi moi sometimes can be forgiven because there's only so much you can pick in crayfish before using it to cook your food. Sometimes there's stones in there, and sometimes the crayfish itself has this rough texture to it when you put it in a meal. And I love that, and I love my auntie for even trying to make me feel better. But I always take the extra step to make sure that my beans is picked before cooking it. So as you can see, look at the quantity of the beans, look at the dirt that came out of it. Not so much. You know now, Nigerians, you know the amount of stones and dirt you'd have picked from this kind of, if it is back home. So what we're going to do now is basically rinse it, put in some chopped onions, salt and oil, and go from there. Let's wash. Have it at 45 minutes, and that should get us to where we want to be. Okay, let's continue on the next things. All right, guys. So because we have different textures of meat, we're going to be cooking in two separate pots. I'm going to be doing the fish in a separate pot, and I'm then going to start do this as well in a separate pot. I'm going to do the few pomo first, and I know you're still curious. Even me, I can't wait to tell you what all of this is about. And then once that is a little bit soft, I'll add the goat meat. When that is a little bit soft, I'll then add the meat, the beef, and everything can cook together. I already have cooked gizzards. These are turkey gizzards that we're going to add to it as well. On a normal day, I'd have added like crayfish and shrimp, but my brother is going to eat out of this. And you know what? You know, we'll forgive him, eh? Yes, he's allergic to crayfish, but hey, let's get started. Like, you know, I don't used to pass my boundaries, so I just do very little and I'm good. We're gonna cover this and we're going to let it cook 5 minutes for it to come up and do its thing. Now, in the second pot is where we're going to add the goat meat. But like I said, we're starting with the pomo. Can you spell pomo? If you can spell pomo without missing it, one letter at it. Remember when that thing used to ring? And you see people trying to spell pomo letter by letter in the comment section. I'm gonna add a little bit of onion to this as well. I'm gonna add more water because we're not about to sit down here and there's no juice that pomo want to give anybody anyway. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of Maggi, ginger, and yeah, and then we're gonna cover it and just let that do its thing. The good thing about having multiple gadgets to help you do your work, it makes your life easy. Now I'm just gonna roughly blend this on low. And that is that. And I don't know if you ever try this, but this is one tip that I use whenever I'm trying to fry roughly blended pepper. I sieve it instead of pouring everything directly on fire and just waiting for it to dry or get dried. I bring out my sieve and I sieve the excess water out of it. At least reduce the cooking, because sometimes I feel like I have to put extra oil for it to be able to fry, because with water it prefers cook first before it start frying, and that thing just takes too long and I'm not about that life. Since I started this, my work is a whole lot easier, so why don't you try this sometime if you may and see if that is helpful. Okay, if you're wondering what was in here, I had half a bulb of tomatoes left, small tomatoes, so I used half a bulb of tomatoes. I used 3 large bell peppers, I used 1 habanero, and I had a very tiny finger of ginger. There's something that fresh ginger does to you or to your food. I'm ready to eat it even though it's still raw. No, I'm not. All right, let's check this out. So you see, this is cooking, and like I told you, this is already done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, as you can see, I can easily put my fork through, so that means it's a little bit soft. What I'm gonna do from here is to add the goat meat. Now, all this I'm still going to chop into smaller bits before I put them in my beans. And just so you know, it is very possible that I would not use all of them. I'm just gonna use, well, I'm gonna stop when the ancestors say stop. Do the ancestors speak to you too? Yes. If you're a Nigerian and they don't speak to you, I don't know if you're a Nigerian.
Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
I'm going to add the last component to it, and that's just the beef. And everything can go and be doing what? Romancing the observed inside the pot. and Star Wars Cajun fillings. So in here I have goat meat, I have regular beef, I have momo. And yeah, no, I did not push Aki. Calm down, be calming down. Now there's a texture that comes with momo. That's why I put momo inside, So as you're eating the beans, you're chewing on something that's like, But yeah, so I've done that. And as we cannot eat crayfish, we wish I eat the fish and leave the crab out of it. Hence the fish that we have here. So, and I choose mackerel. By the way, did you guys know that there's 2 different types of mackerel fish? They call one Norway and the other one Lion King or something like that. Maybe not Lion King, Lion something. So just Google it, the 2 types of mackerel fish that they are. And if there are more than 2, let us know in the comment section. For me, I like the Norway one. Why? Because it's oily. You have aura. I'm just gonna continue right now with the sauce. So our beans is cooking, our meats or protein are getting romanced or romanticizing themselves. So I'm just gonna start with the sauce so that at the end of the day I can combine everything together and have the most delicious beans. And if you don't like obstacles, I'm sorry. Me, I like obstacles of destruction that used to destroy and make it hard for me to eat the food, but I still enjoy it. So I'm using the biggest pot in my kitchen at the moment, and then I'm gonna add, I can't even honestly say a little bit of, because I'm not in the caliber of people that don't eat palm oil or don't eat oil. I beg, I'm just going to pour everything, because it's like me trying to put toothpaste back inside the tube. I ain't doing that. So guys, now is story time. I met my husband in 2012 and we dated for a couple of years, 6 years to be precise, before we actually did get married. We got married sometime in 2017, but I moved to the United States in 2015. So I remember telling my husband, hey, my visa came out. Or I told you guys before, if you have watched my previous video of how I got into this country, that it wasn't planned for me to actually be in this, to come with my family, but I did. So when I told my man, I said, babe, I'm traveling. Apparently, this man went to report me to the Overseers of Men Association. That the woman he loved after his heart, he have leaving him to the United States of America. So that's how the Overseer of the Men's Association said, oh yeah, so quickly, but it have what? It have go. Meaning, she ain't coming back. Now, I'm grateful to God for my family. One thing that my father did was to buy us a return ticket for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it was cheaper at the time, I don't know. But he bought a return ticket. And my mom and my brother never used theirs. But because I wanted to prove that overseer wrong, I used it. I used mine. And I was in Nigeria the next year, June to be precise. Now, I did not just come lazon. I come with full force. I come to show that I ain't going anywhere. Let me show you that I am here to stay. So, my husband had just moved to a new house or apartment, whatever it's, I think it's apartment at the time. So we went to the market, or I went to the market, I bought these things. And I was still, you can never know somebody finish you. At least I thought at that time, maybe 5 years was long enough for me to know my man. But apparently not. So we bought all these things and I was like, okay, I will cook stew, I will cook rice, I will cook beans, I will cook all of these things. And I did. So I cooked beans. In my mind, I have cooked beans. Hey, that beans was fire. And you know that I cook meat as well. I cooked it on the side to say, okay, if we want to eat rice and stew, there will be meat that I feel like I'm about to cast him, but forgive me, baby, I love you. So, I cooked, and like a serious wife that I am, what did I do? I took these beans, I served it. Guess the first mistake I made? I did not put meat on it. Not in it, on it. So like, you know how you cook rice, take stew, now put like 2 meat under, or like all those last bone that we first put like 5 meat underneath, now put the rice on top and then put just 1 on it, something like that. Me, I did not put anything. I just have my man beans and plantain. It's a gilling. That's all. I serve him. If you see the eye he first gave me, he say, where is meat? I be like film trick. I'm like, oh, you want meat? Oh, that's not a problem. So I took the plate back and I went into the kitchen and I put 2 pieces of meat on top of the food and I served it to my fiancé at the time. Guess what my husband did? He took the meat and started to pieces it.
Bruh.
He started to pieces it inside on top of the meat and now stir it. Which means that what? From every spoon that he eats, there has to be meat inside it. That is one thing that I did not know. I'm sure the overseer of the Men Association was laughing at me at the time because I probably would have lost a relationship based on that. So ever since that time, whatever I have in my kitchen, I put inside my beans. Whatever. But as God will have it today, I have meat. I have goat meat. I have fish. I have pepper. It's not pepper, it's yet. It's gizzard. So that's what. And let me marry. Let me marry for just 1 man. And they deserve it. They deserve it and what? And more. I love you, baby. And I will cook the whole world for you. You know that, right? All right. So that's my little story. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, let me know how you like your beans in the comment section. I'd like to see if I can try it. All right. So while we wait for all those ones to, be incorporating each other, I'm just going to chop my proteins into smaller bits so that for what? Every spoon of beans, there is a corresponding piece of meat. And if you're still here watching and you haven't liked our video, please take a moment, like it, and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Your engagement is what keeps us encouraged. And for everyone who has actually liked our videos, watched our videos, commented on it, we see you and we appreciate you. We say a very big thank you for being, our support system. We can't do this without you. Can you imagine going through all of this and then not having anyone watch the videos? Oh my bad. It's gonna be bad, but that's not the case for us, and that's because of you. So we sincerely appreciate it. So I have this all chopped up. I'm just going to debone the fish. I think this is a good substitute for crayfish. I think I name of some. I think I can have my meat out of the pot as well. So we're just going to press on it to see if it's soft enough to get off the, see? Yep. I think this is good. Yeah. This is good. So I'm just going to turn it off. This is hard. Can you feel that? Alright guys, so what I'm gonna be doing now is just season this a tad bit. Just a little salt, a little Maggi, and that's all for me. Like I told you, I don't like serere. And maybe I don't like it because I don't try as much. But I think this little always go a long way. Now, I'm doing this because I did just a little because I'm still gonna add the stock of the meat to it. You know, we're doing beans porridge, so oh my lomilara, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's gonna have some water in the body. It's already even, you know, okay, super. First, I'm gonna add the fish to it, and I'm going to add all of it because why not? In my opinion, I think fish generally just melts in the food. It adds its flavor, especially because it's already shredded into bits. It's the other one that I will not add a lot of it. I'm looking at all those plates as they are staring at me small. Then I'm gonna do like half of this. This is the turkey. And here I have the pomo, goat meat and beef. I'm just going to, you know, do half of it as well and see where that leads us, or leaves us rather. So this is what I have left. And then I stir. Are you guys seeing this goodness? And maybe it's too much for you, and that's fine. You don't have to do all of this. This is just the cross I have to bear for being a wife to someone who likes plenty meat. It's not a cross, it's fun stuff. Before you go and start saying, yeah, you don't do that. I do it, I like it. Because even me, when I shop it, I'm always praying for him. Only in Washima. And this is with very small salt and maggi. Where can I tell you wasi? Because of cereals can sprinkle as well. My Bible. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add the meat stock to it. Put it on high heat, and then I'm gonna let it cook and make sure it doesn't burn. And if you're still watching, thank you for staying this far with us. We hope you're enjoying this, and if you still haven't liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you. People that say life is a pot of beans, I'm not sure I understand that phrase anymore because I don't tire. Anyway, I have this spinach leaf. I'm just gonna add it to it to give my beans a little bit of color. And we're just gonna let that simmer and simmer. Yeah. Guess what, guys? So I realized that I have one more Amazon thing to buy. I don't have mash, potato something. I don't know what they call it. Press abi, mash abi. So the beans is ready, but we're gonna have to let it what? Depressurize. It's gonna take a few seconds or at least a minute because the pressure in there has been built. So once we're done, and unfortunately we actually cannot open it without that pressure, you know, coming out. I'm sure you know what this is I'm talking about, but What have been passed? Well, few more seconds. Few more seconds.
A few moments later.
It's like, you did depressurize it on here. We're almost there. If you try to open it, it wouldn't even open. It's not even a matter of if you try to open it. It wouldn't open because it's built that way. Now I'm going to do manual label. Because I don't have the masher, I'll have to use omorogu, turning stick, to turn it to a point where I want it to be. You see? It's not even bulging. Okay. Let me be respectful. Ah, see that bow? Are you seeing that beauty, guys? I'm just gonna bring this out. So I added a little bit of salt into this. Can you hear the breathing at the background? What thing boom? I want more. For you to know that it's soft, you see that I don't even have to work too hard. It's already conjoining. How will you know that I like to make amala? By the way I hold this thing. I think this is fine and fair. So what we're gonna do now is just pour it straight into the pot of sauce. In my beans dictionary, I don't think there's something called SS sauce. Are you ready? Let's go. Ah, can you smell it? It is heavenly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this directly in there and give it a good stir. See how it's making me smile. Are you loving this? Because I am loving every bit of it. It's making me excited actually. So at this point, I'm just going to taste it and see if I am satisfied with, you know, how it tastes. Half of me feels like I may need to put a little more salt or Maggi, and that's fine because I threaded lightly while I was seasoning initially. Alright guys, so moment of truth, whether or not we're doing the seasoning all over again. I'll add absolutely nothing to this, I promise guys, absolutely nothing. This is simply amazing. So there you have it guys. We are done cooking. Maybe I should name it after my husband. Sese. Alright, my brother is here and he's going to tell us if our effort is in vain or was in vain or not. You know, is the main consideration for these beans, as I cannot cook without putting crayfish. So since is the reason why we not put crayfish inside, why we remove the cra and just put the fish, let him tell us exactly what he thinks about bread and beans. Today we're using Hawaiian rolls as the side for it. So he's going to be doing us the honor of telling us exactly what it tastes like and how he feels about it.
Oh,
you ready?
Yes, I am. I'm not already watching.
Went on the pomo first.
You know now, there's only one way to do it.
Oh, bueno, go fair. Say.
Let me act like all those critics. The color, the consistency. Glory be to God.
Hallelujah.
This is a proper the texture. Oh, it's amazing.
Okay, try it with the bread. The fact that you never remember the full bread is saying something.
I don't know how to describe it. It almost has like a creaminess to it. I'm not creamy like milk. Put together. I say better than Ben. Glory be to God.
Hallelujah. Don't let brother Toby come for you. Alright. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, my effort was not in vain after all. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode of our video. And one more time, if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed, please do so. Your engagement is what keeps us encouraged. Thank you. Till next time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.